I'm standing by a tree. I'm standing by a tree. Look at me. Where am I? I'm standing by a tree. Where are you? You know where you are? You're in a cognitive prison. That's where you are. And you don't even know it. Wow. If you should ever wake up, you would realize that all of your lives you were in a cognitive prison. And it could have been so that you would have continued to be in your cognitive prison for the entirety of your lives. And yet something befell you, some stroke of genius, some cosmic leniency enabled you to wake up just a little bit, to realise that you were in a cognitive prison and you had been there all of your existence. I'm in a churchyard. I'm in a graveyard. You are in a cognitive prison. I can walk out of this graveyard and I can walk out of this churchyard and I'll be somewhere else. You, most of you, will always be in your cognitive prison. Wow! Wow! You don't even have any fucking idea what I'm speaking about. You've got no fucking comprehension at all. Those of you who have woken up, you have comprehension, and you know that I am addressing the muggles. I'm addressing those who are absolutely devoid of spirit. You are 1,000,000,000% trapped within the realm of your tiny, myopic, minuscule, egoic existence. Do you know why I know that? I know it because I make many very, very profound videos. Very profound. In actual fact, the things I say are some of the most profound things that you will ever hear on an Earth excursion. And yet, you have no idea at all. Now, I made that video and it was titled, "Because I Am Not Controlled, I Am Free and My Mind is Free." Well, I don't think that was such a lure, to be quite frank, because I've made lots of titles and thousands of videos with such titles. No, it wasn't that, was it? What was it that drew you? You see, this particular video, it's got the most hits that the vast majority of my hits would ever dream to even have. In actual fact, when I'm scrolling down for the last 20 videos, this one, and it's one of the most recent, has got the most hits. Why is that? Let me tell you why it is. Because you are in a cognitive prison. You are pathetic. You are trapped in this realm whereby you think that the be-all and the end of your existence is when you are entertained, when you are gazing upon conflict or something of that nature, and you are in a state of glee and you're all excited because, oh, somebody's in a state of conflict over there. I'm not. I'm in a cognitive prison. Only you don't say that, you don't even think it, but that's what it is, people. So why is it that you were attracted to that video? Because I'm like this, and this elderly woman's there, and I'm in a churchyard, and you're thinking, oh goody, yippee, there's going to be a confrontation here. How's the awakened one going to be handling this muggle? That's the level you're at. Aren't you absolutely disgusted in yourselves? Aren't you thoroughly embarrassed? The videos next to it, which are the most profoundest of videos. I'm speaking about things that everybody should have some interest in. In the Western world, one of the biggest deals is the religion that you are bound by. And even if you don't think you're bound by it, you are absolutely bound by it. You're bound by the customs, you're bound by the ideology, you're bound by all of the concepts, and you're all familiar with at least a little bit of it. It's all in your psyche, and you are controlled by it. And you've been led to believe that Jesus possessed the greatest wisdom that the world has ever known. And he said, turn the other cheek. And he said, let those who haven't sinned cast the first stone. Ooh, 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 wow. Makes Aristotle and Socrates and Plato look like fools. Those few words that make all of those brilliant geniuses look like fucking fools, because you know nothing of those. You know nothing of Plato, you know nothing of Socrates, you know nothing of Parmenides, you know nothing of Heraclitus, you know nothing of any of them. But you heard a few words of Jesus and you think, oh, Jesus is the most important, and Jesus is the most powerful, oh, Jesus is loving, Jesus is great. Even if you consider you're atheists, you're not. You're not. You're pathetic. You're absolutely pathetic. And so, how many of you were disappointed when the conversation with the elderly woman turned out to be pretty mundane and pleasant? How many of you actually got through to the end because it just wasn't serving you? How many of you thought, fuck this motherfucker, I wanted some fucking blood and guts, but you didn't get it, did you? No. You just saw the awakened one engaging with a muggle. Yes. And she was speaking about the bodies that have been dug up. I said, the bones. Well, whatever, she said. No, excuse me, stop it. You can't just say whatever when you're using the complete and utter wrong terminology. You're talking about something very, very different. You're talking about bodies. There's no freaking bodies in that churchyard. There haven't been any bodies for 150 fucking years. Bodies. Fucking retards. But I went, Back in the day, I would have just drew my axe and I would have buried it into her peanut skull. I would have split it like a fucking acorn under my heel. That's what I would have done back in the day, because there would have been no purpose for her existence. If she was a younger person, then I would have consumed her flesh. I would have made utility out of her. Yes, but as it happens, I don't carry an axe these days. And so I just go, yeah. I wish death upon them with my mind. That's what I do. I wish death upon them just with my thoughts. And maybe on occasions my wishes come true. Yes, but how pathetic. How sad. Living in their tiny, tiny little domains they call life. Wow. So, you fools, you degenerates, you despicable semblances of human beings, you defile the name Homo sapiens. You really do. You defile it. Is it any wonder that the devil is so powerful? And he's running around jumping with glee every single second of every day, because he's looking around at their complete and utter shitfest. And nobody has any hope in hell of raising themselves up. Wow. When I looked before I come out, there was kind of like 229 hits on that video. And then when I'm speaking about the history of this man on boy thing, and the history pertaining to Jesus and pertaining to Alexander the Great. Well, it was proven, it's written in history, it's in many books dating back thousands of years, that Alexander was a puff, and he had a lifelong puff affair. It would have been true for Jesus had there been real documentation, but there's no real documentation pertaining to that puff. But he was a puff because they were all puffs, because back in the day that's what they did. They were banging it up children. They loved a bit of it, and they still love a bit of it today, think you can get away with it, but it's all gone underground. But you didn't want to know about that, did you? You just want to, oh, Alexander the Great, he was a hero and he conquered. What was Alexander the Great? He was a mass murderer. He was a mass murdering tyrant scumbag. He just killed for the fucking hell of it. That's all he was. And he was a faggot ass one at that. What's so great about that faggot Alexander? And if you watch movies about him, then you see that he was probably fucking his mother as well. At least giving his mama's pussy a right good licking before he went out to do his slaughter. You don't know you're fucking born, do you, you retards? Jesus with his apostles fucking spending 2 years just roaming around. They were doing good. They were helping the poor, and they were helping the suffering. Oh please, it was one big batty party from the beginning to the fucking end. They were procuring young children, and they were having all these different varieties of drugs, because that's what they were doing back in the day. These people that knew a little bit of something, they most certainly were involved in all of this Eleusinian stuff. This Eleusinian stuff apparently went on for 2,000 years, where they were doing these entheogenic rituals in ancient Greece. 2,000 years, people. You think Jesus didn't partake in that? I know absolutely most certainly he did. Because anyone that's going to be even remotely saying things like he said must have seen the other side. And so there's still these pathetic losers in the comments. Oh, it's people like you that are not going to be saved. And Jesus loves you. If only you knew, you'd be saved. Oh, wow, wow, wow. The world has proper done the fucking job on the pleb, hasn't it? It's done a proper fucking job. The simply fucking easiest thing to do in the world is program the fucking pleb, because they are as thick as shit and as gullible as fuck, and they just believe anything that they're fucking told. Oh, what a fucking shitfest. So, the purpose of this video is to rip you fuckers a new arsehole. Now, those of you who are excused are the ones that would watch all of my videos. And so, well, that constitutes about 40 of you averagely, because lots of my videos top out at about 40. And so I'm assuming that those 40 of you, then most certainly you would have tuned in to the video in question, and so you are forgiven because you watch all of my videos. But those toss fucking tards that are very selective, and oh, you're just scanning around looking for stuff that appeals to you, and it's this vile scumbag shit that appeals to you low-lifes, you low-life fucking muggles. That's what appeals to you. Probably you would let a fucking dozen or 20 or 30 Awakened Brave videos just pass you by, because they never had this fucking allure for your fucking muggle myopic mind. It's shocking beyond belief. Fucking, you ain't got a fucking prayer. You don't have a fucking prayer of ever realizing anything that I'm speaking about. Not a fucking prayer. You are so far fucking gone. If that was the height of what you considered would be worth tuning into, because you was hoping for a conflict, What sort of a conflict? With a little old fucking woman about 90 years old? Do you think it would have been much of a contest? Ooh, what's this 90-year-old woman going to be saying to the awesome awakened one, God? What was she going to be saying to God in actual fact? Ooh, well, I suppose it's going to be really, really interesting. Not. You're pathetic. You are fucking pathetic beyond measure. I can't express how pathetic you are. And goodness me, you know, back in the fucking day, I would have had my way with you. I would have had my fucking way with you. In actual fact, what I would have done is, I would have done all different sorts of things just so I could see your colours. Don't make me fucking weak, you morons. So, the last video I put up was an exceptional video, absolutely exceptional, genius beyond measure. You will never ever come upon a video more genius than that one. You will never come upon a video with so much truth, with the essence of what you are, what human beings are, how it is to gain this enlightenment. You will never come upon a video more valuable than that one. And yet, how many of you consider that it's even remotely valuable? How many of you just clicked on it and thought, oh, there's no little old ladies that are going to be giving that awakened one the right good talking to? That's what she was going to be doing. Ooh, you awakened one, how dare you? Ooh, you drinking beer with all your muscles and your shirt off in this sacred garden. Oh, well, ooh, God's gonna have something to say about you. Is that what you wanted to hear? What the fuck did you want to hear? What the fuck did you want to hear, bitches? For fuck's sake. Fucking grow up. You're gonna learn from this. You're gonna fucking learn from it remotely. You've got to go back to ground zero, you tards. You've got to do a fucking whole bunch of entheogens. You've got to have near-death experiences. You've got to do things like throw yourself in front of a fucking train. And if you fucking die, then your life wasn't worth shit in any case. If you survive, well, the chances are you might have a near-death experience, and then you'll end up fucking knowing a thing or two. Because other than that, you ain't going to know shit forever and ever and ever. So, this last video I put up, wow, fucking amazing, absolutely amazing. The things I spoke about, the depth of that knowledge and wisdom, fucking incredible. Pulling all this stuff together from the greatest people that have ever lived and my own personal experience and wisdom. Wow. People, gurus could only ever dream of having a mind like mine. I'm still waiting for any of you to refute it, by the way. You know, I'm going to be larger than fucking life every single second of my existence. Anyway, fuck off, you're boring me now.